The opening bell then this Tuesday morning, and let's see where the rates have started off at. Absolutely flat, 24,445 right now in the Nifty 50. Flat for the Nifty Bank as well, just about a marginal shade of green. And the Sensex holding flat as well at that 78,400 print as we speak right now. Let's check in on the private banking texture. What is HDFC Bank up to after that 3.25% uptick, and whether or not it's seeing further of a move? It's clearly oil and gas, which is the decisive winner this morning. Metals, defense, realty, FMCG are the ones which are lackluster. Nifty IT as well is scaling higher. Finance and banks are doing okay. Again, other than oil and gas, you're not really seeing any significant moves per se across the market indexes. So let's start off with oil and gas then. HP, BP, IOC, and then Reliance. Given that Reliance as well has been finally stabilizing around that 1320 odd levels in trade. BP starts off with a good gain, marginally higher for IOC. Reliance up 0.6%, and that definitely augurs well for the index. Stable Reliance as we speak right now. Other than that, the banking composites, HDFC Bank, Kotak on the extreme divergent end, and then of course there's Axis, there's IndusInd Bank, SBI. All of them came out with their quarterly numbers. Kotak is seeing some more softness actually after yesterday's 4.25% of a drawdown. It starts off in the red this morning as well. SBI fairly sedate around that 1,042 odd level, and HDFC Bank will come with you on your screens next. Curious to see what that stock is up to after the 3.25% of a bump up in trade yesterday. Another 1.5% higher for HDFC Bank, so looking very, very strong indeed. Bank of India was the other weak stock in yesterday's session, lost about almost 3%, drifts off another 1% in trade today, and Bandhan Bank was the one which jumped up about 4%. So just want to see whether there is any follow-through trade or a carry-on trade coming in on Bandhan. Still higher, 1.6% up in the green as we speak right now. Let's talk about the newsmakers this morning then, and we've been telling you about Titan's update. Let's see what that stock is up to. Varun Beverages, wherein their Kenya arm is to acquire DFIL Kenya Beverage for about 305 odd crore rupees. Mankind Pharma, they've received a US FDA approval for one of the generic tablets. Trent, almost 10% lower. Bring that stock up again for you on the screens right now. Because, it's unfortunate because Trent saw such a massive recovery pre its quarterly update, and just a slight bit of miss. The revenue growth surely has come below estimates. They've added one West Side store, which again, the store count is much below than what the street was anticipating. 19 studio stores, but Trent has really come out, become that case where investors are losing patience very fast, because just on the quarterly update, you're seeing such a slam dunk take place on that stock. 9.5% lower on Trent as we speak right now, as opposed to, of course, Titan's strength. Jubilant Foodworks, that's the other one that I want to look out for, given that Domino India like-for-like growth has come in at 2.5%, consolidated revenue uptick of about 14%, 3.5% higher on that stock as we speak. Cochin Shipyard, the government is launching that OFS to sell about 5% stake in that stock. Cochin Shipyard, 4.5% lower for that stock as we speak right now. RITES, which has bagged a 342 odd crore rupee international order. Look out for what that stock does. And the NCLT has approved the merger for JB Chemicals and Torrent Pharma. So look out for both those stocks as well. Redington, which has earned a Microsoft AI Cloud Partner Frontier Distributor designation now. That also may be active in trade today. And then, of course, there's Blue Jet Healthcare, which has launched a sizable 600 crore rupee QIP as well. And then Heritage Foods, which has got FSSAI notice. Look out for what that stock as well could be doing in trade. Pretty flat, not really seeing much of an action, at least on that stock. So that's pretty much it, the market texture this morning. Kalyan Jewelers is the other one which came out with a very impressive quarterly update. You may want to look out for what that stock as well does. And then other than that, of course, there's Hexaware as well, which has partnered with Smart Rent for an AI native customer ops and revenue process. There's CleanMax, which has commissioned a 530 megawatt of renewable capacity or energy capacity in Q1. Zentech, wherein their arm becomes the largest drone propulsion maker in India with a sizable annual capacity. So that's the other one also which is going to be in focus. The Nifty then has stabilized. It's a pretty quiet start, and that's pretty much where it stands. It's largely oil and gas, which is the one which is supporting the index this morning. But Kunal, 24,464, where next?
Yeah, it's a good start for the indices because we are back again above 24,400 mark. We are sustaining a good, I would say, 0.2-0.3% for the Bank Nifty. We are almost on the verge of 58,500 on the Bank Nifty. And then there are good additions towards the large cap names. You're discussing names like Reliance Industries, which start to look a little bit more attractive. The IT stocks have managed to stage maybe one more day of a carry forward up move. So it looks like that the market texture is becoming a little bit more better than what it was, at least over the last many weeks. In terms of opening trade, I would look at IndusInd Bank as another addition to the private sector banking names which could start to outperform, especially with the fact that the stock has broken past about the major resistance around the 1,000 levels.
Quite interesting. A buy coming in on IndusInd Bank. Kunal, before we let you go, just want to discuss Trent and whether you would short the stock further after this 9% or over 9% fall, actually.
So not really. I think the major support for the stock is at 2,900, 2,950 mark for Trent. The stock is almost at 3,030 levels, which means potentially another 3% correction is where the stock should tap back into a very strong support territory. In fact, I think at slightly lower levels, there could be actually a good opportunity to try and go for a contra buy on Trent.
Okay, a contra buy on Trent is what Kunal is indicating. 300 points lower for Trent as we speak.